Let's start off by knowing your journey and how did you start playing guitar?
I always had an attraction towards the instrument since I was a child. But then I think I was fourth or fifth grade in school, introduced the concept of learning instruments.
If you had to describe your connection with the guitar in one sentence, what would it be?
It's pretty much my life because most of the things I do professionally,
So, which is harder to learn? Picking with a guitar pick or picking with your finger?
picking with your fingers would be harder to learn because you see, you're just playing the guitar with one object, right? It's
Right.
just your pick and you have to control it.
How has teaching at Sapthora shaped your journey as an instructor?
Now that I've joined Sapthora, I have been able to work with kids and understand how kids work.
Wow.
How you can teach them, how you can make classes fun for them,
Hmm.
stuff like that. So that has really helped me in many ways.
Hello, Arjun. Welcome to
Hello.
our podcast. And hi, this is Arjun Goswami. He's our guitar teacher. And today we are going to talk about all about guitar. So, hello, Arjun. And let's start off with introducing yourself.
Hi guys. Hello everyone at Sapthora. I am Arjun. I am a guitar teacher here and I am a working professional in the music industry. I work with bands and artists. I work as a session player. I do studio work, studio recordings, stuff like that, live shows. And I also have other students. I have a private base of my own. So most of my life is just teaching and playing the guitar. So that's who I am. I'm Arjun once again.
Lovely. Okay, that's amazing, Arjun. Uh,
Thanks.
let's start off by knowing your journey and how did you start playing guitar?
Uh, I always had an attraction towards the instrument since I was a child. But then I think I was fourth or fifth grade in school. They introduced the concept of learning instruments, and there were a few instruments like tabla, guitar, keyboard. I think maybe a couple more instruments. I don't remember exactly what they were. But I, like, obviously being already attracted towards the instrument, I just picked up the guitar. I chose the guitar, and then yeah, I just started playing. And then like a couple years later, me and a few of my buddies, we formed sort of a band in school. I mean, we would just like play teachers' day functions and stuff like that in school.
Hmm.
And then later, when I got into college, it started getting a bit more serious. I started getting into bands and stuff, like getting actual offers and stuff. So then I started like actually taking things seriously and professionally. And then, yeah, the journey has been like quite smooth. So it didn't feel like I was preparing for an exam or something. Like, it just happened. Like, life took me in a way. I mean, it just happened. So, yeah.
It was just a calling sort of thing that, oh, I feel good
Yeah,
about this.
exactly. I
Let's
guess
go.
so. I guess so. I mean, I'm not sure though. I'm still like I'm only 24. So or I'm not even 24. I'm turning 24 in like a couple of years. I mean, a couple of months.
Okay.
So yeah. So I mean, I don't know what happens, but at the moment, I'm just like comfortable doing what I'm doing right now.
Oh, that's good. Like
Right.
it is, you just go with the flow, you see where it takes you. If it works, if it doesn't work,
Exactly.
but at least you're trying and you're passionate about it. You just
Right.
something
Yes.
that you're liking. So that's good.
Hmm.
So, who or what was your biggest inspiration to pursue music professionally?
The first influence I would say would be so. I'm from Assam. I live in Assam.
Okay.
Assam, Guwahati, Assam. So recently, one of like our biggest artists passed away, Zubeen Garg.
Mhm.
So his like one of his guitar players, Shantanu Barua, he
Okay.
used to be really close with us, with our family and stuff. So while when I was a kid, he used to be over at our place quite often, and he would like bring his guitar. He would come from a recording or from a jam, and he
Okay.
would just bring his guitar and like play in front of us and stuff like that.
Oh,
And he was my first what do you call it, for the lack of a better word, for the first experience of me seeing someone who is actually a professional working in the industry. And like that made me realize that okay, if you want to pursue this thing in life, that's also possible. So he was
right.
my first inspiration, to be very frank. And then later, like, I saw other people doing it, and everyone inspires me. Everyone who's working in the industry inspires me. So yeah.
So, how did you learn guitar? Like, was it self-learning, or that the person, that uncle of yours who was visiting you, helped you learn? How did you start off? Like,
So I started off. Actually, matter of fact, that guy never actually taught me. Like,
okay,
we only met when I was a child, and then for some reason, the meeting started getting like r- rare and rare.
okay,
I mean,
fading away,
he got busy with work.
right, right,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So no, I actually, the first teacher I had was this person named Kailash Sharma. He was the teacher who used to come to our school to teach the instruments.
okay,
So
okay.
teach the guitar, I mean. Matter of fact, he was also playing with Zubeen Garg at that time. So
Oh,
all of it is linked with him. But
oh,
anyway, so yeah, he was technically my first teacher. I took like 2 or 3 lessons under him, and
okay.
that was like what 12 years ago. And after that, I just started like learning on my own because I felt like, I don't know, I just started learning on my own. YouTube was becoming starting to
Practicing.
become a thing.
Yeah, you started
Sorry.
practicing.
Yeah,
On.
yeah, 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 yeah. I just started doing stuff on my own, and then later, like years later, a couple years ago,
Hmm.
I took a few classes under this, like one of the best teachers in our region,
Oh,
Mr. Aniruddha Barwa sir, and I mostly went there to clear my basics and my theory stuff like that.
oh, okay,
So yeah,
okay. That's great.
right.
I mean, it's not easy. I have tried, failed many
Oh,
attempts.
you have tried learning the guitar?
Yeah, because my husband plays the guitar. Uh,
Oh, right,
my
amazing.
family, all my family is musical, right? They sing. I
Oh,
can sing
amazing.
a bit, but I cannot play the guitar. I've tried, but it's kind of difficult, with everything to get like on your fingers and get the chords and everything. It's too much for me. Though I would
I
love
mean,
to in the future at some point try. It's
yeah,
very tough. Actually, it scrapes your fingers
right.
off. That was a fear for me, but I'm very careful
Yeah,
with
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So I tried. I could play a little bit, but then guitar is something that is very, for me, it's very good to hear. I would love to sing to it. Like every party, you need a guitar, you need to jam. So
Mm-hmm. Right.
that's one thing I think
I
everyone
mean, it
should
does start.
learn.
Sorry,
That's
everyone
one
what?
thing everyone should learn, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it does start getting like quite easier as you go along. I mean, it also starts getting harder and harder, but like physically, it starts getting easier because your fingers
Easier.
get used to it. Yeah,
Your hands on, like, where is what. You don't have to look
exactly.
towards it, like, to know what you're playing, right? Sometimes you just know
Right,
where you are holding and all.
exactly.
That's one thing that
Mm-hmm.
once you learn it, it's fine.
Right.
So, if you had to describe your connection with the guitar in one sentence, what would it be?
It's pretty much my life because most of the things I do professionally to like make myself a living revolves around the guitar, and
Okay.
even most of the stuff that I do for like as a hobby, like for leisure, everything like revolves around the guitar or music. So it's like that is not one sentence, but it's pretty much my life.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's a major aspect of your life that connects you
exactly.
to
Yes,
everything that you do in life.
exactly.
Like,
Yes.
yeah, that's good.
Mhm.
So let's know what makes your teaching style unique, especially for young learners.
For young learners, I would say I am quite approachable during classes. And I have heard from younger students that I'm quite fun as a teacher.
Hmm.
So that's not something I'm like saying from like
No, no,
that I'm saying
definitely.
out
Of
of
course. Of course.
yeah,
Of course.
exactly. I'm not trying to boast,
Of course.
but I've heard that
Hmm.
I'm fun as a teacher, and the fact that I'm not uh, I mean I'm not that strict when it
Hmm.
comes to teaching. I am strict when I need to be strict because yeah, no,
But
strict
they're
won't
kids
be like an
after all.
appropriate
Yeah.
word.
You just try
Exactly, yeah.
to be at their in their zone, and since you are at that, you understand where they come from, they want to learn, they want to enjoy what they're
Mm-hmm.
doing, right? So you make sure that they are
Exactly,
enjoying the process, not just
exactly,
learning like this is what you come for, you learn, you go. That's not the experience
exactly.
you give.
Yes,
Right.
and
I get it. Mm.
like right, and I try my best to like make it more of a conversation than like a professional session.
Oh,
That 1 hour or like those 45 minutes, I try to make it a conversation, and we talk about things. We do not just study or like we do not just play. We
yeah,
talk about things.
yeah,
Classes are fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's good. Like, we can't always just talk work, right? You have to.
Yeah. Exactly.
You
Right.
need a breather. You need some connect. Some sort of bonding with your child,
Mm-hmm.
with children. Like
Right. Right. Right.
that is one major thing that children need, because what happens is if you're just teaching, and they don't know you as a person, they won't understand what it means to you or what would it mean to them when they get on.
Correct.
You know.
Of course. Right.
So good answer. Good going,
Thank you.
Arjun. Okay. What is the most important skill a beginner must develop in the first month of learning guitar? How should they start off,
Mm,
basically?
I would say like left and right hand coordination.
Okay.
That's like one of the most that and playing in time. So most students while starting out do not use a metronome to practice whatever they're practicing. So
Okay.
I tell them towards the end of like each and every class,
Hmm.
guys, just don't stop practicing with a metronome. And
Okay.
you do not even have to buy it these days. You just get it as a free app on your phone.
Oh.
So yeah, so two things that like you asked me for one, I'd give you two.
Hmm.
Two things that I'd say are very, very, very beneficial for a beginner to learn in the first month, I believe, of their like learning journey is like left and right hand coordination and playing on time, playing with a metronome. By left and right hand coordination, I mean like there are a few exercises which I give students to like work on that. So yeah, because like if you get down to the like the if you get down to it,
Hmm.
it's like guitar playing is just timing and coordination with your left hand, right hand, and your brain and
Right.
your eyes, I think. So yeah,
Yeah, correct. It
right.
is not easy, but when you start practicing, it kind of flows in. Like, it just gets you in that zone that where you already understand what
Correct.
you're doing. And it's very important to
Right.
be in sync, right? With everything that you're doing. But it
Yes.
eases out as and when you're going in that. So in the first month, when they are starting to learn, do they
Right.
have to set a mindset, or they have to, you know, how did you feel in the first month where you were trying to learn, right? And what were you portraying, or something that just clicked, like, okay, this is what I want to do, apart from looking at the person who was visiting you, of course, that was an inspiration, but did you see anybody playing? Did you see any event or anything that someone was doing the same thing and you were like, oh, this is what I want to do? So how would you tell like the young learners that maybe when you get some sort of feeling, that, oh, I would love to do
Mm-hmm.
something like this. I would want to try this out.
Well, genuinely, okay. Well, I'll just answer it in a different way.
Hmm.
To talk about answer the question from the child's perspective.
Hmm.
Well, see, most of the time, the students that we get, which are like under maybe 8 or 9 years old,
Hmm.
they do not come. like they have not signed up for the classes because they want to learn the instrument. They have signed up for the classes because their parents want them to learn the instrument.
Right.
So at first, for the first maybe 1 or 2 months, it's not easy. It's not easy in the sense, it's not easy to get yourself to that point where you actually want to learn the instrument from your, like, by your own.
Yeah.
So I do understand that because, yeah, it's obvious. I mean, you're just a child. It's just
Yeah.
your parents asking you to take an extra
Yeah.
class, and it builds up though. That's the, like,
Yeah.
the good part about it. It builds up. I suggest my students to listen to music,
Hmm.
like not listen to stuff which is too hard to process
Hmm.
for a child.
Yeah.
Stuff which is not just nursery rhymes or what you see in the, like, on television or like on social media.
Hmm.
Other stuff which will actually help them build their, like, musical mindset, if for the lack of a better word,
O-
like stuff like, I mean, anything classic like the Beatles and stuff,
Okay.
like not those, not the later albums, the earlier albums. But yeah, I would suggest all my students to, like, listen to music. And the thing about, like, older stuff, like, maybe in the from the 70s 80s,
Right. Right.
they had a lot of guitar stuff there, so that was like the, uh, I mean, the coolest, one of the coolest instruments back then.
I agree.
So I mean, it still
Hmm.
is, but like, more
Lost
of,
a bit of the essence, I feel.
exactly.
Yeah.
So like, it's more of like doing stuff like this now
Mhm.
on like a DJ console. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to throw shade. I wish I could do that because I find it really,
Yeah.
really, really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I now, I do not want to be in their shoes, like
Hmm.
trying, like, starting from the very, very, very basics, and then
Yeah.
learning for like 5-10 years, and then I'll be able to do shows and stuff. I mean, I'm like, no
Mm.
thanks, I'm fine. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would just suggest them to listen to songs. That builds, I mean, that helps build motivation and making sure that you stick to the instrument.
Okay. So, Arjun, how do you keep online guitar classes engaging for kids and teens?
It's pretty similar for kids and teens.
Hmm.
What I do is, see, there's not a lot of things that you can do to, like, keep an online class interesting, because at the end of the day, it's just two people sitting in front of two screens, right?
Right.
So what I do is, I allow breaks in the middle, because online classes can get a bit monotonous at times.
Right. Right.
So the best thing that I've seen works for most students is like giving them maybe 5 minute, or maybe a 5 minute break, or like a small 2 minute break,
Okay.
stuff like that. Some of them have snacks around.
Oh.
They can just eat whatever they want to eat. It actually started off funny. I once had this student
Hmm.
here in Sapthora. Like, he was like shutting down his monitor. I mean, closing his camera. He kept closing his camera for like maybe 5 seconds, 2 seconds, and then once I caught him, he was basically just chewing something, and like
Okay.
covering his face up, chewing something.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I was like, dude, you can just eat in front of me. I'm not
Yeah.
going to scold you for that. But
Yeah.
yeah, and then after him, like, someone else was trying to, someone asked me, I guess, like,
Hmm.
she was hungry or he was hungry, whatever it was.
Hmm.
And then yeah, that became a thing. So yeah, it's like an inside joke between me and my students. And then yeah, that happens. And then yeah, they are allowed to take breaks and stuff. And then the most important thing, like the most fun thing that we do, is we dissect songs. So,
Oh.
for example, something is trending on TikTok or like Instagram Reels, whatever it is.
Hmm.
TikTok, because like most of them use TikTok instead of Instagram.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, not like they should be using it, but you know. So yeah, yeah, we would just dissect a song, like
Hmm.
what would be the chords behind this song, how
Oh.
would you be able to play it, why does it sound good, why does it sound good. That's like an aspect which really, really helps them understand music theory.
Correct.
So yeah, those things, I mean, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Hmm.
I mean, something to change from what you have intentionally come to learn, like thinking, oh, this is the topic, this is what you're doing. But then you challenge them
Correct.
you know, as to what to learn next. What could be this? What could you do if something is thrown to
Mm-hmm.
you? Like, not everything you're playing is one chord or one thing, right? You have to keep
Exactly.
experimenting and learning. So that's a very good
Right.
way to go about it. So, Arjun, is there a difference between teaching guitar to kids versus adults?
Yes, definitely. Let me start off with adults. So teaching adults is like quite different in a way such that they come to you because they know what they want to learn.
Right.
So if they would want to learn some specific genre or some specific playing style or like maybe a few songs, they would just come to you to learn something specific.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Most of the adult students that I have do not care about music theory or stuff like that.
Hmm.
They know what they want to learn.
Yeah.
Now, while teaching kids, like first of all, their attention spans are much like shorter
Hmm.
than that of adults, and
Yeah.
then they kind of get distracted quite easily, right? So you need to keep the classes interactive and fun.
Right.
So you can't just be talking about theory or about this practice or about this exercise
Hmm.
throughout the entire class and expect like a productive session. So you
Right.
need to keep classes interactive, fun, and maybe ask them about school,
Hmm.
ask them about their friends, stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
you need to like have that dopamine effect
Hmm.
so that they look forward to your classes for the
Right.
next session, for the next week,
Right.
because most of the time they do not know why they're learning the
Hmm.
instrument, right?
Right.
So I mean they must I mean it's good that they have been signed up to a class at such an early age, because later in life, like life gets in your way, you
Hmm.
start getting busier and busier and you hardly have time to learn an instrument.
Correct.
So yeah, there are quite a few differences between teaching adults and kids, and they are both fun in their own ways.
Right. And
Right.
it's like the more earlier you learn, the better
Mm-hmm.
chances of, you know, experiment with life gets. Like,
100%.
yeah,
Yes.
that's a plus and a pro to it. Of course, there are
Definitely,
cons that,
definitely.
it gets them a bit conscious, it gets them a bit nervous. It will be like,
Right.
oh, will I do better? They'll always question themselves because of
Mm-hmm.
what others are doing. They are more focused like that. They get
Exactly. Yes.
they have that fear. But then as teachers, as Sapthora teachers or whoever is teaching, they have to make it a point to make them confident enough to
Mm-hmm.
understand that
Definitely.
if this is really for them, they can do greater things in life ahead, with
Definitely.
this
Yes.
profession. So,
Right.
okay, great. How do you motivate a student who thinks guitar is too hard for me?
Oh, like
I
at
would
the
learn
end of the day,
something
it's
from this.
just. Also,
you know,
look
yeah.
at the end of the day, it's just an instrument. It's just a learned skill. So
Hmm.
it's the same as maybe you learning to type on the computer or maybe you learning to use your phone.
Hmm.
It's literally the same thing. You like, I'm pretty sure the first time you got a cell phone, you didn't know like what to do with
How
it,
to
right? I
operate.
mean, you did know
Yeah,
what to do
yeah,
with it. Like you would probably want to use like social media or like
yeah,
click pictures, stuff like that, but you didn't know how to do it, right?
yeah,
It's
right.
exactly the same with the guitar. You do know that you want to play these songs, you do know
Hmm.
that you want to like listen to something,
Hmm.
hear something, and like play it instantly, but it's just practice. Like you kept using your phone, you kept typing on your computer,
Hmm.
and then like you just got better at it, you eventually got better at it.
Right.
It's literally the same thing. You just need to give like at least like some minutes, try to give some minutes every day.
Hmm.
Even like maybe 15-20 minutes is also like doable. You can do something, you can make progress doing that.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just a learned skill. It's nothing to be scared of. It's very starts getting very easy, like physically, because you know your ins and outs. You
Hmm.
know where your frets are, you know where your strings are.
Hmm.
And yeah, the first couple of months might be a bit tricky because you are learning the instrument actively. It's the
Right.
same as riding a bicycle. At first you fall and then you
Yeah.
get
Correct.
yourself up, you pick your cycle up. It's the same thing. It's just a
Correct.
learned skill.
It's just practice. That's all.
Exactly, it's just practice. You just need to like take some time out of your day, like maybe, yeah, just less than half an hour is also going to do you wonders. Just be consistent with it. It's
Consistent.
like the same thing as going to the gym. It's
Mm,
literally the same thing.
okay, great.
Right.
I'll take some learnings from this, and so will the kids. So, what are the biggest mistakes beginners make, and how can they avoid them?
The first, okay, you can start with the very basics, like the physical aspect of holding the guitar.
Hmm. Hmm.
Some people get it wrong because the most common thing, I have this little like guitar
Ah.
pick holder with me. I'll just show it to you with this. So you're supposed
Okay.
to, I mean, I can show it to you with my guitar. I have one with me here,
Yeah.
but
But
see what
kind
happens
of,
when I,
oh,
yeah, exactly. So
got
that's why I don't use the screen during
okay,
classes.
okay, got it. With
Yeah,
that.
I'll just show this one. You'll
Okay.
understand it. So you're supposed to play it like this, right? I mean, like this, right?
Mm.
So you're supposed to keep it like this. Some
Right.
people keep it like this. And I also used to do this. So because
Oh,
this makes it easier to see your fretboard and see your strings, like play it
right.
like playing it like a Hawaiian guitar. So that's one of the most like common mistakes. So I have to remind them like every 5 minutes, hey, you need to keep your guitar upright. Hey, you need to keep your guitar upright.
Okay.
That's one thing. So yeah, the other thing which is going to like actually impact them later in their life is like not practicing with a metronome or not practicing at all, because practicing with a metronome is so important. I cannot like emphasize on it enough. Like it's fine till you're like just playing in your bedroom with your own self with
Mm.
like maybe a backing track on your ears. It's going to be cool, it's going to be fine. You're going to face a few like difficulties, but it's going to be fine. The moment you step out in the real world and jam with real people, with real musicians who have been practicing with a metronome all their lives,
Okay.
it's going to like change everything about music. It's going to sound or look like a different sport altogether. Like not the sport, but like a different thing altogether. Like playing the guitar would be like very hard. So yeah, just start practicing with a metronome. Anyone who is watching, it's very important, and it helps build you. It helps you build a sense of time and rhythm. All of it. It's very essential.
Oh, okay.
While you're picking with your fingers, you need to control three objects. I mean, four objects at once.
Okay.
So you're also picking with these three fingers. You're also picking with this your thumb, and on the at the same time, your left hand is also doing all the things that you do on the fretboard.
Okay.
So picking with your fingers would be a bit harder at first, and even like when you picking with a pick and all guitar pick can also be hard at times because there are techniques which require you to have like a lot of preciseness,
Hmm.
but just for a beginner, picking with fingers would be quite harder.
Harder. And it hurts your fingers.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you cannot,
Right, yes,
you can
yes,
sometimes you just cannot bear that. Like for people like who are, and
exactly,
since they're kids and they have soft hands, and it's like, very difficult for them to just strum on like a guitar with the finger.
correct,
It's easier.
right,
Okay.
yes,
So, what's the one practice routine you recommend to every student, no matter their level?
right. I'll show you this one. So can you hear my guitar?
Yeah.
All right, so this is a very common thing that people do. It's called the spider exercise, and this is something I've been practicing like almost. I won't say I've been practicing it every day because sometimes you just skip practice. I mean, it's
Yeah.
fine. Sometimes
It's fine.
once every
Yeah.
365 days is obviously not going to harm you that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something that you must do every time you practice. It's called the spider exercise. It's
Yeah.
my students know this. Everyone does it, I hope.
Okay.
But
Mm.
yeah, this is what it is. You just use we have four fretting fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your index is your first finger, and your pinky is your fourth finger, and this is second, this is third. So what happens is basically you're playing one fret at a time and one string at a time. So it's like,
Oh.
and then you cover the entire fretboard. do that thing that builds that helps build right hand left hand coordination, that helps build preciseness, that helps build finger strength, dexterity, everything. But like you should start on the first fret. So you
Okay.
start on the first fret on the sixth string. You do first fret, second fret, third fret, fourth fret, and then you go to the fifth string. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just
Okay.
do that on all the strings, on all the frets, and that's going to take you like a couple of minutes to cover the entire fretboard. That's one of the most important exercise that you should do as a beginner, as an intermediate, and as a professional. Everyone does this. You should, like, I'm going to be doing this all my life till I have hands and I'm being able to play my guitar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course,
Yeah.
I was never aware of something like this. Like I've heard so many people play guitar, right? So many
Mm-hmm.
kids, so many adults, but I have never seen them. Of course, it's instant, right? So they just play. But then I've never heard them say, "Oh, wait, let me take a moment and just do something like this,"
Mm-hmm.
or just
Mm-hmm.
get my
That's very, very, very essential.
yeah, yeah. So that's good that you have
Uh, uh-huh.
just shared something that maybe not many people know about, especially
Yeah,
kids.
I hope if someone is seeing this, they actually do start practicing this one. This is very, very important. The spider exercise. Yeah.
Thank you, Arjun, for sharing that with us. How important is music theory for someone learning guitar?
It's not that important if you just want to be a hobby player.
What is music theory?
So yeah, music theory is just basically the theory behind what you're doing.
Okay.
So it's like during computer classes back in
Yeah.
school, there was a lab section and there was a theory section, right?
Right, right, right.
So the theory section, the same with the theory section was basically explaining to you what you're doing in the lab, right? It's the same thing.
Okay.
It's just explanation, so that it's the language of music, so that you can talk to someone else about this, which is going to like benefit the both of you guys. It's not that important if you're just starting out and if you're just planning to be a hobby player. If you just want to learn the guitar just for the sake of it, just so
Mm.
that you can play maybe at a party sometimes, stuff like that, you don't need to learn it. But if you want to actually pursue it seriously, then it's like very, very, very important.
Correct.
Only a few people I know do not actually know music theory and are actually doing good in the field. To be very honest, I do not know anyone personally, because in our country you do need to know it, because you need to know a lot of genres and stuff like that to make a living.
Right.
But there are a few rock stars who like there are quite a few rock stars who do not know music theory, and they are like tier S celebrities. So it depends on where you are, stuff like that.
So it does help you communicate with the others, right?
Oh yeah, 100% yes. But if you're doing it professionally here in India, or maybe wherever you are, even in the United States, it's very, very important to learn it if you want to take it up, like not professionally, like if you just want to learn it seriously.
Right.
And it makes it even more fun, to be very honest.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can, if you have someone accompanying you with that, okay? So it's much
Mm-hmm.
more easier to understand what the other person is doing alongside so that you
Yes.
can communicate. It's like a
Mm-hmm.
music language that they should be understanding
Mm-hmm. Right. Yes.
to coordinate. So
Right.
that's one thing. Okay, so it's important. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a must, but it's better if you do it, right?
Yes. But if you're just starting out, I won't say that it's that important. If
Oh,
you just want to learn it as a hobby, it's fine if you do not learn it. But
okay.
learning it does make things better and easier for you.
Right. So, can you share a heartwarming or memorable story about one of your students? About their performance, or if they have surprised you by learning something that you never expected, it just came off as a surprise and pleasant surprise.
So basically, I had a class with one of my students
Hmm.
at 6:30 in the morning for me, right?
Yeah.
6:30 IST, and I had the next class on the same day for me. It was 11:30 p.m. for me, and it was the next day for her. So she was doing the first class was in the evening, and the next class for her was in the morning the next day. And I just taught her a scale. There's a scale called the pentatonic scale. It's very easy. It just has 5 notes in it.
Hmm.
Almost everyone who plays the guitar knows it. Like, I just taught her this scale, the pentatonic
Hmm.
scale, in the first class, and it was towards the end of the class, and I just showed her the scale, and like that was it. She didn't note it down. She didn't
Hmm.
get a document. Nothing.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I didn't even mention the name of the scale. I just asked her to learn this shape.
Okay.
Done. And then the next class happens the next day, and we did like 2 classes back to back because I
Hmm.
had to do a makeup class for her.
Okay.
So yeah, so she joins, and then I asked her, "Hi, do you remember the scale that we were doing the previous class?" And she was like, "No." I'm like, "Okay, fine." I was just about to show her, and then she was like, "Wait, is it this one?" And then she plays the scale like note to note,
Oh,
exactly like perfectly.
how
And I
you
was like,
expect?
"Wait,
Oh.
how did you do that? You're just 6 years old, or 6 or 7 years old. How did you do that?" I was so like proud of her. And then I taught her like other positions of the scale,
Hmm.
and yeah, that was like very, very, very heartwarming for me. Like a child her age learning something so quickly. That's like, and then I even told her parents that she might have a thing. Like, you should keep letting her pursuing this
Waiting
instrument.
her for
Make
it.
sure she
Oh,
practices
yeah.
something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. That's great.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that was a memory.
Because their memory is so sharp at that age that even if
Mm-hmm.
something stays, like you say something, they grasp it so quickly because at that age you were
Right.
so easy to learn things, grasp things, understand things,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like not understand
Correct.
entirely what is does it mean, but maybe just hit it off. Like you just get it, faster
Exactly.
than
Right.
what we would.
Exactly. I totally understand what you're saying. Right. So yeah, it's a good thing.
Hmm. Okay, what's the funniest moment you've experienced while teaching guitar?
It has to be online, right?
It has to be.
Well, I think if I have to like mention one thing, so you see, there's this option called original sound for musicians on Zoom,
Right.
and back then Sapthora was doing classes on Zoom. Now
Hmm.
we have shifted to Google Meet.
Okay.
So back then I was just new to the job, and the other online students that I have, I am like a huge supporter of Google Meet. I find it very, very easy, very user friendly. Although Zoom has like a lot of better features, but yeah, I am like a Google Meet guy, true and true.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, had just started working with Zoom. I mean, working on Zoom, and everything was new to me. So there's this sound called original sound for musicians. If you turn that on,
Okay.
like there is a noise cancellation thing going on Zoom meetings. So if you turn that on, uh, your like noise cancellation turns off, and like all the instruments that you're playing can be heard clearly.
Okay.
If you have that turned off, meaning your noise cancellation is turned on,
Okay.
it becomes a bit hard to hear anything other than your voice, and even your voice gets cut off in the middle.
Okay.
So it's a bit tricky to work with.
Okay.
So I had no idea that was a thing, right? So this kid was strumming his guitar, and I could not hear anything.
Okay.
So I kept asking him to, hey, can you strum a bit harder? Can you? I think you're not applying enough force.
Hmm.
I kept telling him that, and all of a sudden he just like did this, and his headstock. So the headstock of the guitar is basically this thing, right?
Hmm.
This thing.
Hmm.
So this his headstock. He was doing his class on a phone, right?
Hmm.
So his headstock hit the table, and his like this huge noise came out, and his phone fell down, and it was just staring at the camera. I mean, staring at the
Oh.
ceiling with the fan turned on. And
Oh.
he was like, "Sir, I think my table played a G major chord." I'm like, "Sure, man." That's the only thing which comes to mind. And then I later
Okay.
figured that okay, it's actually an option that Zoom has. So you do not actually need to hit the guitar on your table to make sounds out of it. You can just turn that off, and you're good to go. So
Okay.
yeah.
So, Arjun, is there a moment when you felt, yes, I'm proud of this student?
Right. I believe that. every time a student joins a class, that's a moment that you need to be proud of them because they just showed up, they have done their homework, they have practiced, they have showed up. That's it. That's enough. That should be enough for like every teacher, I believe. Just the fact that they are here to take advice from you, to learn from you. That warms my heart.
Hmm.
And then like if I have to choose one moment, like
Hmm.
there was this time when I was teaching this kid here, like physically,
Hmm.
and then so we have a few people. I mean, he was not a kid. He's just like a like 1 or 2 years younger to us. So we
Okay.
have a few people as our mutual friends, right?
Hmm.
So once I was invited to this jam,
Hmm.
and I was there just for fun, and he was also there.
Hmm.
So I had taught him like maybe a few months prior to that, and he had ended his lessons. He like started, he got into college and stuff,
Hmm.
so he barely had time.
Hmm.
So yeah, we were just jamming, and I was asked to take a couple of solos, and I was soloing, and then I was like, bro, you take over.
Hmm.
So and then he took over, and the way he played, just like I almost had tears in my eyes because
Really?
wow, this guy has learned and learned.
Hmm.
Like he practices and stuff. That was like very I like that was actually me being really proud of my student, and even proud of the classes that I did with him.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Paid
those
off.
are a few moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did actually pay off.
Okay. So, how do you guide shy students to perform confidently? That's a major topic.
Right. Okay. When I was starting out
Hmm.
as a guitar player,
Hmm.
even I was very shy, and I was bullied in school because I was very bad at the instrument when I was a kid. And there were a few kids who were like way ahead of me, who no longer play now, by the way, who were like way ahead of me, and I was like bullied by them, and that made me like really insecure about my playing. And it took me a while to start doing live performances. So what I used to do was like I used to just get up on my bed, stand on my bed, and then close my eyes. I used to think that this was my stage, and then people in like there would be people in front
God.
of me someday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just close my eyes and like play whatever I knew back then. And
Okay.
then even now, all those years later, even now when I'm on stage and when I'm like feeling very nervous, and it's like taking over if I have like a very important part to play which is coming up, or if I'm like doing a very important session with someone someone I'm working with professionally, I just close my eyes because I do not need to know what the notes are. I know them by memory. So muscle memory, I mean. So I just close my eyes. I just imagine that I am that kid in on his bed, standing on his bed, imagining to be on stage. That's what I tell my students. Just like that thing, like just close your eyes and just think that you're in your bedroom. It doesn't really matter, even if you do, if you even if you play a wrong note. Like 90% of the crowd is not going to understand it. They're just going to think that it's like something like jazz or something.
Yeah.
So
Correct. Correct.
yeah, stuff like that.
Right. So when you were
Hmm.
young, you would imagine the stage. When you are at the
Yes,
stage,
yes,
you
yes.
imagine the bed. So it's
Exactly. Yeah.
so good. It's so good to hear
Yeah.
that, each time it has helped you be where you are at that point.
Yeah.
Like,
Actually.
oh, that's really inspiring, Arjun. Thank you so much. Do you think guitar trends have changed with social media platforms like Instagram and YouTube?
Yes, yes, definitely. See, the thing with social media now is that uh, like everyone is chasing that 15-second. It's no longer 15-second now. You can post like more than 1 minute long videos, but everyone is chasing that one part which will get them viral. So it's like you're not really learning the song or like the theory behind the song and everything that you need to know,
Mm.
which will actually benefit you in your journey. But you're just learning that like 20-second part which every viral content creator is making, hoping that you will also get those views. And that's good, that's fine. Like whatever inspires you, right? Whatever inspires you to pick up the instrument and like make you play it, but that is going to hinder your process in quite a significant way.
Mhm.
I mean, it's fine to get motivated by like views or numbers or whatever it is, but it's just that you also need to remember that learning that tiny bit of a song just to post a story or a reel is not going to really benefit you in like if you see the bigger picture.
Correct.
You can do that, and if you also learn the entire song, for example, or if you learn the theory behind it, or if you learn maybe the progression behind it, everything, like anything, if you just learn a bit more than just those 20 seconds, it's going to really really help you, and it's going to last. It's going to last. It's going to be with you for your life.
Right. Especially
Mm-hmm.
when you think of it as a profession, then it
Yes.
plays a major role to be learning more than what you have to keep up to the trend or keep up to social
Mm-hmm.
media.
Right, right,
You
right.
need to just do it for yourself.
To be honest, even if you're not doing it professionally, you do not need to know the theory behind it. You do not need to know what progression it is in, where else you can use it, what other key you can use it in.
Right.
But like the bare minimum you can do is learn the entire thing. Just don't learn this part of the song. Just learn the entire thing.
Hmm.
Fine, you can post your like tiny reel or tiny video, but
Hmm.
you must know the entire thing as well, because sometimes you like sometimes things like these happen where like you're just playing the song, playing that viral part of your song, and someone asks you to play the next part, and you're like, no, I just know this part, man. So
Yeah.
that's yeah, like yeah, who would want to be in that situation, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, I have been in such situation. So it's
Mm-hmm.
fair that, if you don't know something, and it's not, it also is song, as per the song also, like the more difficult song you have, and if you haven't learned enough, then you
Mm-hmm.
cannot play it. It gets very
Right,
difficult
right,
for
right,
you.
of
Then you have to
course.
refer to some chords, and that's also like, since you've not practiced it, you cannot do it
Mm-hmm.
instantly, right?
Exactly. Right.
So that is something that the kids have to look out for and know
Mm-hmm.
that it's not just for social media, it's for yourself and self learning.
Right.
So, what's one song every beginner must learn?
Well, what I start with usually is there's a song called "Knocking on Heaven's Door" by the cover. It's I think it's originally by Bob Dylan, but
Okay.
there's an amazing cover by Guns N' Roses that teaches you a lot as a beginner. So the intro piece, wait, I'll just play it. Wait, it's like a tiny piece.
Okay.
So like the intro piece, it has just like three open chords: the G major chord, the D major chord, and the C major chord. So if you just learn the intro, it's that. It's very simple, it's very catchy, and it's very easy to learn. So that is one of the songs that I teach them towards the very beginning of a class. I
Mhm.
mean, of lessons. And then even the solo for it, like the solos, I would say. If you're starting to get into guitar soloing and stuff, you should learn stuff like that. Guns N' Roses is like some of their songs are very beginner friendly.
Yeah.
So and they sound cool, very 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 cool.
Yeah.
So they sound like they're like very difficult, but yeah, that is one of the songs that I suggest beginners to learn. Knocking on Heaven's Door by Guns N' Roses.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. So,
Sure.
which guitarist or musician do you personally admire the most and why?
I mentioned Shantanu Barwa about like him being my first inspiration, but like to pursue it professionally, uh, there are a few musicians or guitar players I look up to. Like
Okay.
John Mayer is my like all-time favorite musician. He sort of influenced all the modern day players. Not like he was influenced by SRV, who was also influenced by Jimi Hendrix. So it's
Okay.
like a family tree kind of a
Oh,
thing.
okay.
But John Mayer's like melodies, his playing, it's like out of this
Beautiful.
world. It's very so good,
That.
and he can do pop as well. He can
Hmm.
do blues, all of it. He's like one of my biggest inspirations. I also wanted to sing because of him. So I
Ah,
already knew how to play the guitar. I should just learn how to sing, but then
great.
that failed horribly.
Oh,
And then yeah, but yeah, there is also like currently there's this player called Mateus Asato.
Hmm.
He is out of this world. I really, really look up to him. So to name like two people, I would say Mateus and John Mayer. Mateus is also like heavily influenced by John Mayer's playing.
Oh.
John's playing as if I know him personally. John Mayer's playing.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Everybody knows you, you know them. It's just a small world that you
Yeah.
don't know them.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's fine. Okay, great. How has teaching at Saptora shaped your journey as an instructor?
Teaching at Sapthora has helped me uh, learn how to work with kids.
Hmm.
So prior from my experience here at Sapthora, most of my student base was like adults, and most of them are older than me. Even now,
Okay.
now that I've joined Sapthora, I have been able to work with kids and understand how kids work,
Wow.
how you can teach them, how you can make classes fun for them,
Hmm.
stuff like that. So that has really helped me in many, many, many ways.
Yeah, and it's
And
very challenging also at some point, but it's
exactly,
learning for you as
exactly.
well, right?
Right, exactly, exactly. That's a challenge on its own, and the ability to work with kids has
Hmm.
like built a lot of things for me, because I mean skills for me,
Hmm.
because I am now much more patient during classes. I give them a lot of time. Even adults now, I give them a lot of time. You take all your time, all the time that you need. It's like, yeah, it's totally different,
Hmm.
and it's very, very beneficial for the teacher as well as the student.
Okay. Correct. How do Saptora's structured lesson plans
Hmm.
help students grow faster?
See, the thing that we do, or I personally do as a guitar teacher working with Sapthara, I do not teach a student everything that they need to learn. I mean, it's not like a theory class. It's not like a Trinity. It's not like a class you're doing to apply for a Trinity exam, grade exam.
Correct.
It's more of a personalized, tailored kind of an approach, syllabus, I would say.
Hmm.
So that really benefits the student because they hardly get bored.
Hmm.
It's like, okay, I want to learn this today. So we'll just, for example, let me just give you a tiny example. They want to learn this song, for example. So
Hmm.
I will take the song up. I will use that as an opportunity to learn them the theory behind that song, the chords behind that song, the
Correct.
melodies behind that song, the harmonies behind that song, a lot of stuff like that. So
Hmm.
in that way, they are not getting bored because after all, they're learning the song that they themselves wanted to learn.
Right.
And
Right.
then at the same time, they're also learning valuable lessons because
Hmm.
that's what they are here for, to learn like music, right?
Right. Right.
Hmm.
So we have a curriculum, right? We have a structured plan, but with
Right.
it, you are also trying to make it more fluid, like more in that in a way where it's interesting. It's more of a
Exactly.
learning than just school, where you have to
Uh-huh.
just be like a
Exactly.
bookworm. You have to know what it's is written. It's like
Correct.
but just start to end, that is it. It's not like that. Music
Correct.
is something
Correct.
that you cannot, there's never an end to it, start to it. Like you just have to
Hmm.
go with what comes your way. That's what you are trying to do. That's what we are trying to provide, right?
Correct. But I would also like to add that if you want to do it the bookish way, we also do that, because
Hmm.
some parents prefer their kids to go through all the grade exams, all the way up to grade
Yeah.
8 for Trinity and stuff. We also prepare students for like grade exams, and we also teach them that syllabus. So yeah, so we do both, but most of the time, the student prefers the prior, like the first
Approach.
I mean, what do you call it? Approach, yes,
Hmm.
approach.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, no, then we can just make it both, right? I mean, it doesn't have
Exactly.
to
Yes.
be just one way. It can be combined,
Correct.
can be in bits and pieces. Okay, this is what you have to
Mm-hmm.
learn. This is a thing that we are providing. But
Right.
along with it, you are also giving them life lessons, you're giving them some extras. So that is
Right.
good. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one thing. What can new students expect when they join your class for the first time?
Oh, a lot of fun. Uh, We have a lot of fun. Our classes are quite fun. Sometimes they can just like. Sometimes we sometimes in some classes the student does not have a lot of energy left. Maybe after school,
Correct.
after extra classes, after them playing outside in the evening.
Hmm.
Sometimes we just take things slow. Okay, fine. You don't need to learn something new today.
Hmm.
Let's just do a revision kind of a thing. Stuff
100%.
like
Right.
that.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's usually very fun, and at the end of the day you're not like learning something which will come on your like annual exam, right? It's
Correct.
just a hobby that you're learning, it's just an extra instrument that you're learning.
Correct.
So at the end of the day things are fun because okay, I heard this song yesterday, let's try to like play it on the guitar. It's like you're just learning an extra skill
Hmm.
which which might or might not benefit you, but it's always going to as a child it's always going to benefit you because it's going to like build new neural networks for your brain. It's
Correct.
always going to be beneficial as a child. So
Correct.
yeah, it's a lot of fun stuff.
That's good. It's good to hear.
Hmm.
So they're going to have fun with learning. That's what we want to do.
Definitely.
That's what
Yes,
Sapthora is about. Fun learning.
exactly.
Why
Yeah.
should parents choose guitar as an extracurricular activity for their child?
Oh,
Why
like
guitar?
the thing that I just said, like not just guitar, any instrument, learning any instrument at a very young age will help you build like new neural networks. I think that's the scientific explanation behind it.
Correct. Correct.
And like the thing about the guitar is that like if you come on, if you're being honest, it's like one of the coolest instruments, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like maybe I personally prefer the drums or maybe the saxophone, but the guitar is like very popular.
Yeah.
So yeah, as a child, it helps build character. I believe it helps
Yeah.
build character. It helps build a lot of. You get to learn a lot
Mhm.
because you get to learn a lot of stories. Uh, I mean, I'm just talking about the classes that we provide, right?
Mm.
You get a lot. You get to learn a lot about certain stories and stuff like that. And the guitar is beneficial because, well, you see, another scientific explanation would be like right and left hand coordination.
Right.
It helps build that. But like it's not just the guitar. Learning any instrument when you're a child is going to like benefit you in numerous ways in your
Especially
life.
one thing that I can think of that everyone needs to have is patience.
Mm-hmm.
Instruments
Oh yes,
teaches you patience. Like that is one major
100%
thing.
yes.
Like
Exactly, yes.
you can deal with life with that amount of patience that you learn learning an instrument. So that is one
Mm-hmm.
good way to look at it, positive way to look at it. That and also it kind of since you if you have had a bad day or if you've not had a very productive day, just playing an instrument could just relax your mind, make you feel
Definitely.
like out of the world, like okay, I have nothing to worry about. It calms you down. So there are many
Right.
related or sort of it's a combined positive effect on your life.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just
Yes.
playing, it's just not doing one thing, but it
Exactly.
kind of
Yes.
does a lot of things to your body or your mind or your whatever emotions. It helps you in every possible way that you can. So that's
Correct.
something
It
I
just right. I totally agree with you, Joyce. I think it just lifts up your quality of life, I believe,
right,
in many ways.
right. Okay, what unique opportunities does Saptora give young guitar learners?
So it's not just for. I would say that they would get a chance to learn things from a professional. I like my classes. I'm just talking about my classes here. My classes are not only about learning the instrument. I also, as I was just saying earlier, I also share stories. I
Hmm.
also share stuff which are, I believe, going to help them.
Hmm.
Because, for example, practicing, right? The fact that you need to practice a lot, practice daily, is the same as like studying for your like exams or anything like that. You're like just here, the difference is that your exams are not going to be held like that on pen and paper. It's going to
Right,
be held
practical.
in different
Right.
ways.
Hmm. Right.
Exactly, in practical ways, and it's going to be different for different people. For me, it's going to be playing on stage.
Hmm.
For a student, it might be playing in front of their family when they have like Thanksgiving dinner or something like that, stuff like that.
Right.
So yeah, these things I believe that come from people who like want to give out that information. Some people might just like want to teach you, okay, this is C major, this is D minor, this is E
Yeah,
minor, this is F major, just learn these chords.
right.
It's different here in Sapthora. We are very approachable as like a teacher base, and it's fun. Fun learning, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Arjun. Okay, so let's do a quick fire round, like a rapid fire round. So, acoustic or electric, your first love?
First love would be acoustic because I had to start out on an acoustic, but like
Okay.
electric all the way.
I think it's a different ball game, right? For electric
Mm, not
or
really, no.
no?
I mean, it. Look, the thing is, electric guitar comes with acoustic is just you playing the guitar.
Hmm.
Electric guitar is you playing the guitar and controlling sounds. So you don't just play the electric guitar by itself. You use a lot of stuff. I mean, it starts to get expensive, but you need a lot of effects. You need pedals. You need stuff like that. You need amps to produce sounds. So
Hmm.
this is not quick fire, but I'm just like adding it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
It's complex,
Electric is like,
basically, what you mean.
yeah, it's complex. It's I mean, yeah, as you said it, it is actually like an entire different ball game. But yeah, it's like at the end of the day, they're both guitars. There are aspects to the electric guitar which
Hmm.
lack in the acoustic guitar, and there are aspects to the acoustic which lack in the electric. But the
Yeah.
electrics are just way more fun
Yeah.
to play.
Your favorite riff of all time?
Heartbreaker by Led Zeppelin.
Okay. One song you can play in your sleep.
Stairway to Heaven, Led Zeppelin again.
Okay. Pick playing or fingerstyle.
Pick playing.
One myth about learning guitar that you want to break.
It doesn't make your fingers bleed until and unless you're like going way hard on it, which you're not supposed to do. It doesn't make your
Yeah.
fingers bleed.
Tea, coffee, or music.
I drink neither. I do not drink tea nor coffee, so music would be it for me.
Uh, okay, closing question, finally. Okay. What is the one piece of advice you want every student to remember?
Just practice. Practice makes perfect is not a myth. It is definitely true. Just practice. I like say this to each and every student of mine
Hmm.
towards the end of each and every class. Just practice, man. Just like even if you do not have like even like 20-25 minutes in a day, even if you have 5 minutes today, just
Mhm.
pick up your guitar. The muscle memory is still going to build because
Correct.
it's just doing the same repetitions
Right.
over and over again. Just practice. You might not get like very very good in 1 year. Maybe you'll take 2 years if you're like not being able to give it enough time, but
Hmm.
you will get there.
There.
So it's a thing about patience and it's a thing about consistency. So just keep practicing. Maybe even 5 minutes a day is going to take you somewhere.
Right, right. I totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's not just with instruments, it's with life. Like
Exactly.
anything needs practice. Any
Exactly.
work you
Yes.
do, anything you learn, anything sport, any your own learning at school, right? You
Mm-hmm.
need to do certain homeworks, assignments that have been given to you, or that's a practice for you, right? So
Correct. Yes.
similarly, when you're online learning and it's very difficult, right, from afar, that you're not there, you're not
Right.
being told to do certain things. So it's you who
Mm-hmm.
is responsible to learn and get to that level. Where do you see your music journey going in the next 5 years?
Okay, so I have played like very, very good venues here in India. But
Mm.
all the venues that I've played in are me playing someone else's music as a professional guitar player, which
Right.
they hired.
Oh,
I wish to be playing those venues once again, but playing my own music because I'm also a composer. I also put out music of my own. So I
wow.
just wish in the next 5 years, I won't say stadiums because that's like a bit unrealistic for the next 5 years. That's going to take a
5 years.
while, but that's still like in the plans.
I mean,
But
you
yeah, in the
never
next 5 years,
know.
yeah, you never know. I mean, touch wood, you never know.
That's
But yeah, in the
it.
next five in the next 5 years, I just wish to be playing the venues I've already played, but with my own music.
Right. I wish you all the best,
Yeah.
though. It will happen.
Thanks. I hope
How
so.
can listeners connect with you or join your sessions at Saptora?
So, yeah, if you're very passionate about learning the instrument, learning guitar,
Mm.
you can just visit our website. We have a website called sapthora.com. You can just visit it. you will see multiple workshops going on. There is a winter workshop coming up for guitar. There are multiple summer workshops which happen. I personally did one a few months back, and we got a very positive response from there. You can also book a free demo.
Hmm.
It's all free. It's just the first class. You'll get it for free. It's you can see how things work. You can see how classes happen in our with our system. And yeah, if you're looking for me, I teach from Mondays to Saturdays from 3:30 a.m. IST to 7:30 a.m. IST. So whatever that might be for you. Yeah. So uh, just check it out. Just check sapthora.com out. We will have a lot of fun.
Okay, then. Thank you, Arjun. It was great
Fine.
having this experience shared by you. And I'm very sure the audience would love it and would really be inspired by you as to what you have experienced. Also, looking forward for the fun learning that you have mentioned. They would
Mm-hmm.
definitely look forward to it. And
I hope so.
yes, you can check out our website and book a free demo to know and experience and learn and just test it out that if you are really, liking it, and then you can go forward. So thank you so much, Arjun, for taking out the time and letting people know what your life is about
Thank
and
you so
what's
much,
going on
Joyce.
in your life. Thank you so much. And we'll see you guys next time. We'll see you next time, Arjun. Again,
Thank you so
hopefully, like
much.
if
See
you're.
you guys.
Thank you and take care. Bye bye. Bye, Arjun.
Bye.